about half a block away from the occupation. So let's see what we got. Looks like they're having a general discussion. Oh, they even gave us bathrooms.
But when the Federal Reserve was given the right to print money, they were given the right to print money based on the gold reserves of the country. So what happened? Gold reserves, only 10%, then you print money on top of it, and now banks can use these Federal Reserve notes to now be their reserves. And now on those, that's their reserves, then they can print more money or make more loans. Does that make sense? So when our printing of money was given to, that right of printing of money was given to the Federal Reserve, what we gave away is the amount that is backed by gold, and we inflated the money supply. This is precisely how we had money to buy
not backed by
War
anything
II.
at all.
You guys have heard, why the hell did we even go into the war? There was a debate. There would have been no debate if there was no money. But right then, we inflated the money supply like that because the Federal Reserve was enacted in 1913. The World War I is funded in 1914. Okay, so we have done that. But remember, it is inherent in the financial system to want to even lower those reserves. So what have we done? In 1930s, President Roosevelt said that we can no longer, as people, come in and trade our dollars for gold. Because it used to be that we can trade dollars for gold. You could bring in a physical dollar bill and it was backed by gold and you could turn it in. But in the 1930s, it was now forbidden for regular people to do so. But other central banks and other governments could. Then in 1971, Nixon took that away as well. At that point, they said, screw the gold, because the Federal Reserve had printed so much money that other governments are like, whoa, there is a lot of money around. There's no way you guys have all that gold. So they came and asked, hey, give us the gold back. And then Nixon's like, uh-oh, we don't have enough gold to sustain this many people wanting the gold back. Because remember, it's fractional reserves. They only have a fraction of the money, of gold backing the money they issue. And so when Nixon says, oh crap, we're going to default, he says, screw the gold standard. So now no one can redeem this money, the paper currency, for gold, not even other countries. That right there, at that point, that dollar bill stopped representing any real value, however fractional it was. It has nothing backing it. Remember that gold coin that embodied in it two beings. It was a value and it was a medium of exchange, and it had, right? And then the paper was just the value, but it represented something behind it. Then they devalued it again, that paper, by printing more paper. Then they devalued it again by printing even more paper. And at some point they said, screw it, we'll just turn on the printing presses. So the Federal Reserve can print as much money as they want. And the only thing backing this money right now is your guys' belief in it. and you wonder why your purchasing dollar is worth less and less and less every day. And this is why. Because they're using this money, they're taking it in and saying that we have all this money that they don't. It's loans that are packaged up. So now those are our reserves. And all banks have cooked books. All banks on their balance sheets, your deposits at the bank are being loaned out, right? They are their liabilities. This is what they are supposed to owe you, right? But they say, okay, we have $1 trillion worth of deposits. Why not everyone's gonna claim it all at once? So we need to hold reserves. But now they don't even hold so they need to hold, let's say, 10%. So they need to hold 10% in money. Do they hold it in money? No. They held it in derivatives, which were these loans that they priced overpriced. They priced by their models, right? And so really they're saying we have 10%. They don't have 10%. If you try to sell that asset that they say is backing your deposit, if you try to sell it in the open market, it's not worth as much as they say it's worth.
So are you saying we should go back on the gold standard?
I'm not there yet, and I'm not saying that at all. So that is liquid. They call that an illiquid asset. In my book, an illiquid asset, right, they say an illiquid asset is one that cannot be sold right now for the price it's worth. In my book, an illiquid asset is an overpriced asset. That's why you can't sell it. So they have picked their books. The banks are on verge of failure again. They are on verge of failure because they all have cooked books, and then as soon as these loans falter, because the economy is in the dumps, they will fail. And that's because of the fractional reserve system. And when they failed a couple of years ago, and what do? We
Bail
bailed
out.
them out.
By printing more money.
We bailed them out by printing more money. Now, when we print this money, remember that the American taxpayer is the one who's going to pay it back. The American taxpayer is going to have to pay back that money with interest to the Federal Reserve, which is not a government entity. The Federal Reserve is a private corporation who is making interest on reserves they don't have. They print this money and they're making interest on it. From us.
Federalize it.
We, as the taxpayers, are giving them the interest. And so, the